Hi everyone, today I'm gonna represent about bioluminescence dinoflagellate in the genus Virusidae, the species Virusidae fusiforme. What is genus Virusidae? Virusidae is a genus of dinoflagellate that possesses the ability of making its own light. The name of Virusidae derived from Latin viro, which means fire or light, and then six means cell. By putting together the name Virusidae, it refers its ability of bioluminescence and reproduction by forming sig. What is the classifications of Virusidae fusiforme? Its domain is eukaryote, and then a supergroup is SARS, SER, and then subgroup is alveolate, and the group is dinoflagellate. The phylum is Dinophyta. Genus is Virusidae. About Virusidae fusiforme. Virusidae fusiforme is a marine dinoflagellate which produces bioluminescence on a circadian rhythm photosynthesis during the day by having the chloroplast near the outside to gain nutrition and then produce bioluminescence at night by moving the bioluminescent cell outward. Viruses diffusively reproduce asexually so that it reproduces without the fusion cell gamete. When the chloroplast moves toward inside, it allows the rune toward the outside of the organism to form the zoospore and eventually leave the parent cells. The arrow in this picture showing that the Virusidae fusiforme cell reproduce and then both new baby cells still occupying the same cell wall. The functions of bioluminescence. Bioluminescence in Virusidae fusiforme involve the substrate luciferin reacting with the oxygens and then catalyzed by the enzyme luciferase. The amount and timing of light in the environment influence the bioluminescence ability. The more time is spent in darkness, the more bioluminescent it becomes. The timing of its bioluminescence depends on when it receives white light. The bioluminescence is also affected by water temperature and ability of red and blue light. The environment adaptations. Virusidae fusiforme can be both autotroph and heterotroph. Therefore, it can be called a misotroph. As a uh, As a phytoplankton, it is a producer in marine life, and also it contribute the oxygen to the oxygen concentrations into the atmosphere. It also sub as a food source for the other marine organisms, which helps maintain stability and diversity in the food web. It is also important food source for common marine organisms such as fish like the Atlantic carp, bullywuds, and then whale shark, who obtain their food through filter feeding. Moreover, it consumes other planktonic species. Why viruses fusiform bioluminescence? Viruses fusiform bioluminescence to attract attention to a predator. When attacked by a predator, it bioluminescence and illuminate itself as well as a predator. The light it releases acts as a kind of regular alerting the other organisms of its locations. The other organism will then eat its predators. It does for this to hope that a predator will be attacked before it is attacked. Much like a burglar alert like authorize to the location of the burglar. These strategies increase the chance that predator or fusiform will be killed and then eaten by the other organism, protecting the overall group of fusiform at the expenses of a few individuals. Overall, the luminescence genotype is favored. The ecological rule. Its ability of being autotroph impact in human in order to increase the oxygen concentration in the atmosphere by having the photosynthesis because many other organisms, including human, require oxygen to live. Moreover, it also helps keeping the marine food world stable by protecting the food source to other organisms. Due to its bioluminescence, it helps saving more marine organisms to be eaten and protect itself from eaten by a predator. However, it also helps the predator to locate the prey with the presence of its bioluminescent light. It is useful in conducting bioassay, which can be used in experiments to assess chemical contaminations in certain areas due to inexpensive and easy to obtain. Therefore, viruses fusiform is playing as the important role in our world ecosystem, even though it is small and relatively unknown in human populations. Understanding about this outro. Based on the learning from the adaptation from this species, I deeply understand how they are able to make their own food with photosynthesis, even though they live in the ocean. And then, as we know, protists are not considering as either animals or plants, but they do have a nucleus. A nucleus which houses their genetic material and their organelles can make their functions within the cells and then how they reproduce asexually. Even though they do share the same genotype, the species are named based on their morphology. Protists are very beneficial to our ecosystem and helpful in great evolutions in the atmosphere for oxygen-dependent animals and helpful in helpful oxygen-dependent animals and human to survive. The other trope help other marine organisms to get the foods and help maintain the stability of food what benefit to be well balanced in ocean life. So overall, I think protists are very important in evolution on Earth. Thank you, everyone.